All right, so we're down here on the Esplanade. We're going to be having a look at some dogs today. We can see some dogs around with Lenny, because sometimes he can get a bit upset and bark at other dogs. So what I've got is I've actually got his breakfast here. So the reason I'm using his breakfast is it's not because I'm trying to starve him and make him work for his food. It's because he's a small dog, and if I was to give him his breakfast and then come out here and train, there wouldn't be very much left in his tummy, space in his tummy for any food. So for that reason, I'm just going to use his breakfast, and then I can give him plenty of food rewards for the behaviour that I'm looking for. So there's lots of different ways that we can deal with reactivity. Reactivity, I'm meaning dogs that kick off at other dogs. They bark, they pull on the lead, they have a bit of a meltdown when they see another dog. That's enough, good boy. So there's a number of different methods that we can use. What I'm going to start with today is I'm going to start with calling him away. So we've been working on this at home, calling him away from my dog, calling him away from the chicken, calling him away from a toy, which I'll put some video of as well. So that's one little simple thing that we can sometimes use, is just when he sees a dog, I'm just going to call him and get him to pay attention to me instead. So we'll give that a go and see how it works, and hopefully I'll add some video onto the end of this later on. Okay. Great, okay, so we're back home now. That went really well. So we didn't get any reactions from Lenny. And the reason for that was that, number one, I was positioned far enough away from the other dogs that we had plenty of space. The other reason was that the dogs were calm. So I specifically was looking for dogs that were just walking along, minding their own business. There was one dog that kind of wanted to come and say hello, and he was really good with that. So I was able to divert him. So so really good. And also just notice in the video that I wasn't just doing this technique with dogs, I was also doing the technique with bicycles and joggers. And at one point he actually self-redirects. He thinks about chasing after a bicycle, but he just turns around and comes back to me without me calling him. So really, really good. The other thing is that he was offering me a lot of sits. So I never once told him to sit. But I have at home been rewarding him for sitting a lot. So he just decided to do that of his own free will, and I noticed it and I paid it. So when he was sitting calmly and watching the dogs go by, I've got to notice those things and reward the dog, because then he knows that I like what he's doing. So I have to acknowledge that. I say, appreciate that, thank you very much for sitting. I'm going to reward you with some food because that's a good choice that you made. So good. So I'll put some video up of of what happened in the training session today, and also some of our preliminary training that we did to work on calling him away from things. So give this a go, because it's just a nice simple thing that you can do, and it's really beneficial to teach a recall from distractions anyway, but you can use it in real life to prevent your dog from displaying behaviours that you don't particularly want them to do. Okay, take care. Yes, good boy. Nice. Good boy. Lenny, come. Yes. Good boy. Ready? Get it. Good boy. Ooh, get that one. Lenny, come. Yes. Good boy. Good enough. Get it. Lenny, come. Yay, good boy. You ready? Get it.